Hello.
The podcast is back.
We say this like every time we like come back, we say the podcast is back and then we disappear, which is kind of awkward, but we did one in New York. I think that was the last time we did an episode, no?
Because honestly, right, so we never thought that many people listened to our podcast. Oh my god, there's a really old woman watching us.
Maybe she's tuning in.
She's listening. We never thought people actually liked the podcast that much because we didn't think it had that many viewers. But honestly, whenever we meet someone in person or whenever like we do a Q&A or anything, the top thing is always, please bring the podcast back. Like, we miss it. Like, what happened to the podcast? Like,
it's nuts. It's never like, oh, we like your Instagram, we like YouTube. It's we like your podcast.
So that kind of is making us thinking, should we have stopped? But the thing is, we're a bit too stupid to upload it to Spotify. We don't know how to do that. So it's going to be on YouTube.
Exclusively to YouTube.
And it's not really a podcast, but like,
basically just us chatting shit. But it's going to be called Everyone Needs a Brunette.
Because a lot of podcasts are on YouTube.
Yeah, so. I actually can't listen to podcasts. I like to watch them.
Maybe personally. We need to get mics. Oh, we do have mics.
We could literally have mics and just not even turn them on, but just to make it look like
it'll look like a podcast then.
But they're at home and we're in Paris.
So you're going to have the shitty camera audio for now. But if it takes off,
if this goes viral,
if a broadcasting company picks us up,
then perhaps
we'll get some mics.
We'll get some mics.
Then we think again. Anyway, rips of Everyone Needs a Brunette.
No, she's coming back. She's been revived.
So basically, today's podcast episode, we wanted to talk about moving to a new city at the age of 20. We moved at 19, actually.
Did we move younger than that?
Well,
we did our gap year at 18, no? Or were we 19?
We were 18. I think we were 19.
Oh, 19.
We just turned 19.
What did we do at 18? Lockdown. 18 was lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
No, 17 was lockdown because I turned 18 in lockdown.
And then a bit of it was...
And then most of our 18 was in lockdown.
So we came to Paris when we were both 18 and we both turned 19 in Paris. So that's where we found our love for this place.
We moved here for 1 month when we were 18.
But do you ever think, like, if we did New York first, which obviously we wouldn't have done because it was... That's a bit that's stressful. But, like, if we'd done New York first, do you think we would have chosen to move to New York?
No. I've always said, like, I've always wanted to move to New York, but I've never wanted to move to New York under the age of 21. It's just not something I've ever wanted to do. I think because I love being near my family. Like, I love the comfort of being, like, I'm 2 hours away from my family.
Yeah, like, it's literally 8 hours away New York. Like,
I'm too young. I'm too young to be that far away from my family. And also, it's so expensive.
It's ridiculously expensive.
I'm not financially stable enough at 19 to be living in New York.
It was just a thought. Like, I wonder what made us choose Paris. Like,
because we, like, if you guys don't know, we went on a gap year where we basically went, like, literally everywhere in Europe.
We went to all the cities, all the main cities. Like, we did Amsterdam, we did Paris, Stockholm, Copenhagen, Milan,
LA,
and Paris. Was after all of that, we still wanted to come back to Paris. But New York was last, so that's why I said it. I was like, do you think we would have chosen New York? But we still want to move to New York.
That's our plan for next year.
Yes,
New York and London.
And London. We haven't actually told them that, have we?
Yeah.
We have. Okay.
I remember we sent their video.
And who knows, after that, we might come back to Paris because, honestly, I love this city so much. Like, I really do, but...
It's quite interesting because, like, so we moved for, like, 3 months at the start of the year. Was it 3 months?
We did 3 months, came home for summer, now we're here for 3 months again.
And the first 3 months, don't get us wrong, we loved Paris, but after those first 3 months, I was like, I am not moving back to Paris next year. I was like, I am done with Paris after this year. And I think you were kind of the same. Like,
yeah, if I'm honest, I don't think we were in that good of a place. Like, I don't really feel like I achieved much in those 3 months. I don't really feel...
Yeah, it was a weird 3 months.
And we were, like, depressed for a lot of it.
I think it's because it was like maybe because it was the first time like we properly moved out, that it was like a weird adjustment.
Definitely.
Maybe.
And I feel so much more like comfy here. Like, now I feel like I know it. I feel like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
We've got 1 apartment. We're not moving around. We're
maybe
settled.
why the first 3 months we had 2 apartments or 3?
3. 3 different apartments.
What?
Oh no, we had 2.
2.
Sorry, ignore
We had
me.
2 apartments in the first 3 months, which that's not even that major, but I don't know why we both just didn't feel very. I think it's because it was our first time moving out, and it was like we were trying to navigate like work, living together.
Yeah, because we've been
and also
away.
living in a foreign country.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. But it only ever been like a month at a time, and then we would come home.
Yeah, like, we didn't see our family for like 3 months.
Yeah,
basically. We didn't go home the whole of the 3 months.
But do you not think this time it's going way quicker?
Yeah,
probably because we're enjoying it more.
Like these 3 months, we're both like, I feel like we could move back to Paris.
Yes, definitely.
Again, whereas when we first moved here, I was like, I'm not going back to Paris. Sorry. Peace out. Peace out, Girl Scout. But these 3 months, we've enjoyed it so much more.
Yeah, like I just love this. I actually prefer this city. Like, it's my favourite city, like, ever.
We've just had so much more fun. I think because we've also figured out like the work side of it. I don't know.
Just enjoying it more. I don't know if it's
enjoying
just the weather's nicer.
So, what do you think was the hardest? What did you find the hardest about moving to a different country?
I found
to a different country, not moving out to a different country.
A different country. To be honest, I haven't struggled with the language thing that much. But then I don't know if that's because we don't have like an office that we go into. We don't have like school friends.
We don't even have a landlord.
A landlord.
We rent on Airbnb, so we've never had to like
communicate in
about
that
Wi-Fi
way
or shit like that.
So I don't honestly feel like the language thing has been an issue, but let's say we moved to like rural France, of course it would be.
Oh, yeah.
But I think because we lived in the countryside, but like I feel like because we live in Paris, everyone, if I'm being honest, everyone does speak English. And even if you go to like, the only time I say merci, s'il vous plaît, table for 2 or whatever, but to be honest, they do just speak back to you in English. The only time I'm interacting with like French people that I could speak French is in restaurants and cafes, and then when I do try, when I do the grocery shop, I say merci. If they say, do you want a bag, I say oui, s'il vous plaît. Like,
so what's the hardest?
Do the bare minimum.
If it's not that.
Okay, so obviously that's not the hardest. We're probably just being away from family, no? And not being able to just go and see your mum. But then if we lived up in Manchester, it'd be the same. Or like if we lived...
Yeah. I think it's just not having any support system, like friends and family. Like not even necessarily like not being able to see them, but just not having like a support system around you. Like, you are your only support.
Yeah.
That kind of sounds weird, but...
Because we're in a really weird situation where, like, to be honest, we only really see each other and then a couple other people in Paris. Or like, I mean, we've been quite lucky because every week we've had a visitor. Like
our
literally every week.
Coming out a lot more this time than they did the first 3 months.
We've had a visitor, so like we're seeing other people, but we don't have like, a big group of friends here or anything.
Yeah, like the support system you kind of lack. Like every day at home, say if I had an issue, I'd like talk to people about it. Whereas when it's just us two, you don't want to bear, like it's annoying just like bearing one person with your issues, and then it's not really the same as like FaceTiming your mum.
Yeah,
that's not the same sort of thing.
It's probably I think it's having like
having a support system,
a big circle of people we know over here probably.
Yeah, like you kind of have to be your own support system more than like you can't really just go and speak to loads of people every day.
It's probably good for us in the long run.
It definitely makes you more independent,
more like independent people. And if we want to move to New York for a couple of months, this is good practice.
Yeah,
because like New York will be even worse. Like we wouldn't have anyone.
What I do wonder though, like every single time we've moved, it's always been like, we know we're coming to Paris for a year, but I wonder if we moved somewhere and we were like, we're going to be here for 5 years, if we would, because like we've not really seen the point of making a lot of effort to make new friends because we're going home, like we're going home in December. But like, I wonder if we were like, oh, we're going to be here for 5 years, how, because we've never been situated somewhere longer than a year.
So I watched this girl on TikTok and she lives in Paris. And she says you'll make friends, but they all move like in big cities and like
no one stays.
Yeah, maybe we would make more effort. I don't know, to find like a group of friends. But then the friends we would make would be students here, and they'd be moving in like a year.
Yeah, no one stays
because they'd be 21. So you would just have to be constantly making new friends.
And we're not that social.
No, we're
not great at making new friends.
We really enjoy like each other's company.
Minus Alejandra, if you're watching.
Oh yeah, of course.
But that's different. Like we met her years ago.
Yeah, like we've known Alejandra for years now. But like I love our group of friends. I think it's because I'm so happy with like our friends at home. I don't feel the pressure to make new friends here.
Yeah.
I don't really want to make new friends. Is that really bad? We just don't like, we've got our group, we don't really want to make new friends. And we love Alejandra, like we've got our group at home and we've got our friend Alejandra, but that's all we need. Like
that's bad, isn't it?
I've never been the sort of person that wants loads of friends.
We've never been social like people. We've never been like, we want a big group.
We do have a big group though, we have a group of 6.
Yeah, but that's not a big group. Like my sister has like one group of 10, one group of 7, one group of 8. Like we just have one group of 6.
Yeah, like I'd rather have like
really close friends.
Really close friends I can really trust and rely on than have loads of like butterfly friends.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, basically what we're trying to say is we don't really have much interest in making new friends, which is bad, but it's true.
What do you think the hardest thing is about moving out in general? Maybe finances. Like in the first 3 months, we literally spent so much money. Like every day, we spent so much more money than we have this time. Do you not think?
Yeah, but then I'm also like, we never went out for lunches or anything. We would just do
most days we would go out for coffee or like a croissant.
It's so hard when you live in Paris because
there's so many more temptations.
Yeah, like you're just like, oh, I'm in Paris, I might as well go try this cafe or like
this restaurant.
Like, oh, we're by the Eiffel Tower, like let's go and sit and like buy some lunch, or like,
I feel like that's like a big learning curve everyone does when they move out, is like trying to sort out your finances and kind of decide what you want to spend all your money on. Were you scared to move out? That is such a question.
I wasn't really scared. I just wanted to, I was a bit scared because I was like, if I'm spending all this money on rent and I'm in a city like Paris, I felt so much pressure to do really well on like socials and like make sure the work was really good, because I was like, I'm spending all this money on rent, I'm here, every single thing I do has to be like perfect. And I think that's why I literally didn't enjoy the first 3 months, because I put so much pressure on like being like, right, we've got to do this, we've got to do this TikTok, we've got to go here, we've got to do this.
Yeah, the first 3 months I feel like we didn't really actually enjoy it or have any, we obviously did have fun, but that wasn't our priority. Our priority was like social media. Yeah, I probably was, because I got really comfortable living at home, because we were at home for quite a big period before we moved to Paris.
Yeah, because we were trying to find an apartment, which took ages.
It took like 4 months.
We were like we were literally sat at home every day just like calling apartments, being like, please let us rent. And we would, on the Eurostar, I was thinking like, I actually don't really want to go back.
Yeah, we both were like,
I was like, should we have just moved to London?
We were like, are you excited? And we were like,
because I remember we was at a dinner and I even offered to you to be like, should we just go to New York, cancel it and go to New York?
I was never going to do that. But yeah, we both weren't like, to be honest, we both weren't that excited to move back.
But then I think that's because like, I think that's why we're enjoying it so much now, because we came with like, low expectations.
Yeah, but also
and it's exceeded our expectations.
You just get comfortable where you are. Like the same way when you come back from uni and you spend loads of time at home, you don't want to go back to uni because you're like, oh, I'm just so comfortable here. It's like going back into the unknown. Like it's a lot more, obviously it's so much more effort for us to like travel to Paris and like start a new life here and whatever. It's just more effort, isn't it? But I'm so glad we did it. But I was very scared to move. I just love Paris, like I really do. The only thing I just wish I prefer the city of Paris to London, but it doesn't have the people in my life. Yeah. So I wish I could transport the people over here, because I don't like London that much. I prefer Paris, but there's no one here. Yeah. This is the issue we really miss like we really miss our friends and family. Yes. But I mean, we get like 1 a week visit, so it's fine. Do you regret the move at all? No. No, I don't regret the move. Not at all. Maybe I regret like how much money we've spent, but it's like... But like at the same time, what would we have done? I feel like we just always see it as like we have to do these things whilst we're young, because we are like entering our 20s now. Like there will become a stage in our 20s where not want to settle down, but and we don't have anyone we're committed to. We have nothing like there's nothing holding us back at home. We can live in London for years, we can live in Essex for years, like we're so young, and like that is the time to do things like this and be crazy. And I'm being whilst we're young, yeah, we are, whilst we haven't got any of those commitments, I feel like this is the time where we should move around as much as we can and try all these life experiences whilst we're this young. We probably are going to get boyfriends at some point as well, get relationships, which you can't just be like, oh, I'm jetting off, I'm going to move to Paris for 3 months. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to, like, we're going to have things in the future that are going to, like, hold us to a certain place. So I think this is the time to do it. I'm really trying to eat up being in Paris. Like, I'm really trying to, like, embrace it every day and be like, oh, like, the buildings, the croissants.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, there's a chance we may never come back, you know? Where did you find the right accommodation?
Airbnb.
And honestly, I love this apartment so much. We got it on Airbnb. And I find it so much easier because, if I'm being honest, the price is kind of the same as having one, like, through a rental company. And you don't have to pay, they sort out all your bills. They sort out, like, tax, everything. And it's all included in the price. Wi-Fi. And then we even got cleaner sent around the other day.
We've got a free PO box and a free cleaner.
Yeah.
Low-key love this apartment.
Yeah, so we got a good deal, I guess. And honestly, like, we're in, like, a new location that we've not stayed in before, and we love this little area that we're in. And this is the happiest I've been in an apartment.
Yeah, me too.
Which is weird because our last apartment was way bigger and it had a massive balcony.
Our last apartment was double the size of it.
It was huge. Like, it was a massive apartment, but this we actually prefer just because it's cozier. Like, we don't even have a TV, really.
No, we don't.
There's one in your bedroom, but, like, we're not going to lay in your bed and watch telly. So, like, we've just propped the MacBook up and we watch it on the sofa. But honestly, I just love it. It's a really small apartment, actually. Like,
it is.
But it's, like, the perfect size for us.
Our kitchen and living room.
But I don't really care. Like, it's cozy.
We love this apartment.
It's really cozy. Like, it was such a good find.
How did you pack? I always get this question because people are like, how the fuck did you get on the Eurostar?
So we just
bring
3 months. We bring 2 suitcases. Grace didn't, but one of hers was massive.
I brought 1 suitcase. I don't know how I did it.
The reason is because we're actually going home once a month to, like, switch our clothes over. But if I'm being honest, I know I've accumulated more.
Same. I don't know how we're going to bring them back. I'm actually really anxious about how we're going to bring back all
I would
clothes.
do 2. I'd bring back another suitcase.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to bring back, because basically we went back October to switch our wardrobe. We're going back Grace's birthday and mine. 3 opportunities to bring shit back. But yeah, we literally brought 1 suitcase full of summer stuff, and then when we went back in October, we switched over all our summer stuff to all our winter stuff. Because I'm vegetarian, there's not actually that much food option in France. Like, they're not great at vegetarian stuff, so I really missed a lot of my things. So I brought back, like, beans and, like, my gluten-free crisps.
Do we talk about dating in the new city, or?
Yeah. I think dating is quite exciting when you move to a new city because it's a whole new roster.
When you first get to a new city, you're like, date, 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 date.
And then once, like, the
novelty wears off,
you're like,
you go on a few bad ones, you go on a few boring ones, you're just like,
CB fucking A.
What is the point? And that's the point we've got to, if we're being honest.
I just can't be bothered. I think because I know I'm leaving in December, I think that's what it is. Like, if it was like I didn't know when I was leaving, then I think I'd be more up for it. But I'm like, I'm literally leaving, like, what's the point? Again, like, unless there's someone that I'm like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with you, we're having such good chat on text, you're so hot, you literally are perfect, then I don't want to go on a date with you. But I don't get that on text. Like, I really struggle to, like, sense a vibe over message, especially with men, because I feel like with girls, our Instagrams look like us, whereas I feel like I've gone, like, some of the hottest people I've ever dated in my life, their Instagrams were ass. Oh, based off the Instagram, I never would have met them. So it's the hard one as well, because obviously there's the language barrier, and then yeah, like, we really miss the British boy humour. We have to say it, like, we finally miss it. We used to be like, oh, we're never dating a British boy. No, we miss it. Like, I do miss it, and the, like, banter, like, we're never gonna get that. We're just not, like, bothered about dating. I think that when you've gone on so many, it's like, I'm just trying to enjoy my time here. Do you know what quote we always quote from Sex and the City? You know when Charlotte's like, where is he? Where is he? I'm sick of dating. Yeah. Where is he? She's like, I've been dating since I was 15. Well, she was 30 when she said that, but, like, where is he? Honestly, I just want the boyfriend to come along. I'm sick of, oh, hi, how are you? I'm Grace. What's your job? Social media marketing. Oh, yeah. Do you have any family? Like, I'm so sick of that conversation. I'm bored of that conversation. Like, yawn. Yawn fest. Snooze fest. Like, I'm so bored of it. Like, let's, like, mix things up. I don't know. I actually do just want a boyfriend. But then I also don't, because I still want to, like, travel. Yeah, we want a boyfriend that's not going to tie us down, basically. Where would we find that? We're kind of an open relationship. Well, not like that. I mean, in terms of travel.
Yeah, I suppose we could jet off for like a couple weeks.
Yeah, not like cheating, but I mean, I want a boyfriend that will let me like move to New York. Don't know where we're gonna find that.
We might meet them in New York. I always say I want to date an American because I think they just, I don't know, I just think they're more gentlemanly.
Really? Maybe
Or maybe they're not. Maybe, I don't know why I think that.
I've not had we didn't have one good experience with an American.
Yeah, but I just love, do you know what I've realised? If I just like dating like crazy people. Like I love, otherwise I get too bored. Like I just want someone like that's a bit weird. I want to date someone with a big personality, and I feel like Americans are all quite groovy.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I want that. I don't want any grooviness.
But then I don't know if I would find...
Like long term, do you really want a groovy boyfriend?
No, but I don't want someone that I'm going to be bored with.
There's a fine line, isn't
yeah,
there?
there is. I want someone that I'm always like entertained.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's our first episode.
Yes.
The realities of moving abroad.
Comment what you want our next episode to be about, because
we need ideas.
Anything, like
we need ideas. Like, do you guys want us to like talk about a specific topic, or would you rather it's just like an update of the week,
or like advice?
Yeah, or advice. Like we need ideas.
We could have segments. So we could have a 15-minute thing about our week, 15 minutes of advice, and then 15 minutes of like
a topic. Yeah. This was just more of like an introductory episode, but let us know what you guys actually want to see, because that'd be really helpful.
We're going to do it once a week.
So this has been episode 1. Everybody's Brunette returns to Paris.
Talk to us in the comment section.
And we're back.
Better than ever.
Should we do a thumbnail?
Yeah.
We always pout.
Bye. Sorry.